Good morning, good morning. First and foremost, check out the website. Please go to the Substack. I really do a good job of going into a deep dive on explaining how direct democracy will work and answering questions that I get that I may have missed in my initial plan. That I make sure I update my plan. The last time I updated my plan on the website was the 25th of May, based on a constitutional question about how um, direct democracy would ensure that it did not break the constitutional idea or the constitutional structure. So please, by all means, ask those questions, look at the plan, and give me that feedback, because this is a living project, just like the Constitution. It's a living project. Currently, we are experiencing politics as a nation. Um, the political system isn't broken. Technology has allowed for more people to actually see now how that structure functions. And citizens are starting to realize just how far removed from authority they really are. And you're having to come to terms with that. So, what I would like for you to do is literally take what I am saying and ask yourself, how do you get more authority? When you're looking at the 21 candidates that are running for governor of Florida, how many of them are saying that they want to give you, the citizen, more areas to support them? Right now, again, if you vote a citizen in and they become an elected official, you cannot support them any further. We also know that every elected official has the independent right to vote however they choose. They don't have to vote along party lines. There are no rules or regulations to say that any individual has to vote this way. So if you're still voting down party lines saying that, hey, I saw a Democrat or I saw a Republican, at least know that you don't control how they vote, because it's so important to figure those things out. It's just important. There is no rule or mandate. All of their votes belong to them. Hence why we have lobbying today. Is the right thing to do to lock you into how you vote? I don't know if that's the right answer. But what I do know is, if we're gonna allow you to still be an individual and represent the people, at minimum we need to put in some mitigation factors. It just has to happen. It has to happen. And if we don't see it that way, then citizens need to have a pathway to getting what they want. It's just gotta be part of the system. If you're still under the impression that you can trust anyone with no regulations, you're delusional. You just really are. There are no rules or regulations. So that individual that you vote to be an elected official can do whatever they want to do. One of the biggest things that I always battle with is trying to get out, meet candidates, and let you know that one of the main goals is to get citizens a piece of authority. It's so important to me, because while I am fighting to get simple rules put in place that says, hey, what you campaign on, you must do. That's not even you can't even hold current elected officials accountable to that. You can campaign on whatever you want to. You can say whatever you want to citizens. That's why you don't see me often rant about issues that I know are out there, because there's no way a citizen can support it. It's just not possible. And I do get asked, hey, if you get in office, what can you do? The only thing I want to do is give citizens more authority, so that when problems do arise, we can help each other out. So with that being said, understand that right now, right this moment, if you are experiencing politics the same way everyone else is, you really do see just how far removed the average non-elected citizen truly is from the process. And you're asking, and sometimes you're wanting to see change, you're wanting to enact change, but there's just no way to do it. It's just not there. So I don't know what it really gonna take to get citizens to say that, hey, I'm gonna back Governor Glover on his route, to get us legislative authority for citizens, because I can't see any other way. If we don't have any candidates that are trying to close the rules, then put your candidate at the top of the system and allow the candidate at the top of the system to close these gaps. That's so important because that's what we're looking for. We're looking for individuals to close these gaps, and it's that important. So give your candidate as much power as possible, because I'm gonna run into opposition trying to get you power. You can guarantee that. You can guarantee it will be headlines of individuals trying to stop citizens from getting authority over their elected officials, authority over how we economically foreshape, authority over how we socially foreshape, authority over how we educationally foreshape. It's gonna be a problem. But I don't see a system where we can be sure that the ideologies of the representatives that are going want citizens to have more authority over them. They don't want to honestly answer to citizens. If they did, you would see legislation after legislation after legislation of, hey, let's just ask the citizens. You know what? If you don't like this bill, let's just ask the citizens. Let's just make sure that the citizens have a means to weigh in on this, because we would like to know what they think in a meaningful way, and then add that mathematical equation of, if I got 51% of my state, or 51% of the United States of America that says they want this, that's it. How do you go against the will of the people? How do you go against the will of the people? And the answer is, right now, because we are a nation made of laws, that's how you go against the will of the people. There is no law that says I have to go with what you say. The only law that locks into the will of the people is who you put in that office. Right after you put an elected official in that office, cut it off. And I need to make sure that it doesn't get cut off. My goal for governor is to ensure that the will of the people never gets cut off, and that it now has a constitutional foothold in how legislative authority, or how legislation is passed from here on into the future. And we're not going to change it. Once we get this power for citizens, there's no way citizens are going to give it up. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I cannot figure out a scenario where the majority of citizens would say, I never want to have the authority to control how tomorrow looks, since I'm a tax-paying citizen. But right now, politics isn't failing. It's just being exposed for how it functions. You guys definitely weigh in. And remember, on my website, I always have the petition up there. Only thing I ask is, when you download the petition and you take it in, that you send a message and say, I took it in. I really appreciate everything that everybody's doing and all of the follows. Definitely looking for more questions, more interaction, and I'm really looking for people to read the plan. Read the plan. It means so much to me. Read the plan. Find holes that I need to close up. It would really help out a lot. Thank you very much. You guys have a great day.